Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Fae by C.J. Abedi, performed by Emily Durante and Mikael Naramore. The Lost Colony. In 1587, a small group of settlers came from England to the Americas in search of the New World. They crossed a wild sea and braved unknown dangers with hopes of having a second chance at life. Led by Governor John White, they came upon a wild and untamed island off the coast of what is now North Carolina. They named their new home Roanoke Island. Once the new colonists were settled, White returned to his ship and set sail for the journey back to England. Upon his departure, he assured them he would return soon. When White's ship left the shores of the Americas, he left 114 settlers behind. 114 men, women, and one pregnant widower named Eleanor Dare. Within her womb, Eleanor carried the hope of a new world, the hope of a brighter future. Several months went by as the settlers adjusted to their new home and surroundings. It was during this time, in the middle of this uncharted territory, that young Eleanor gave birth to a baby girl and named her Virginia. After 3 years of absence, Governor John White returned to Roanoke Island armed with supplies and gifts from their old land, anxious to see the life the settlers had created. What he found would be whispered in tales for centuries and would burn like acid in the hearts of future colonizers. Not a trace of shelter. Not a trace that anyone had ever been left on the island. Not a trace of life. They were gone. All 114 settlers had vanished. It was as if they had never even existed. Today they are known as the Lost Colony. The Prophecy. The old woman's ancient voice rang with a quiet authority, her tone not to be doubted. Her hair spun wild and gray around her small, frail face. Her eyes shone a pale, translucent blue, which would frighten any mortal that dared cross her path. But I was no mortal. We sat in an ancient Tuatha De Danann circle, one that our people used for centuries when looking into the future. I glanced up at the silver moon and savored the cold breeze that hit my face. I tried to hide my reaction from the old woman as I concentrated on the circle of trees that surrounded us.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?